Today let us start new topic, drought. Now let us see what is drought. Small pressure difference causing flow of air called drought. It is essentially to supply sufficient quantity of air for combustion and to remove the product of combustion, which means as we know that for complete combustion we require a sufficient amount of air. After combustion there will be exhaust gases. Those exhaust gases we have to take out to the atmosphere through the chimney, that is draft. Before going to discuss about drought, let me explain simple example so that we can understand what is drought. In winter season, let us assume that this is our room. Inside our home, say the temperature is T1, that is 25 degrees centigrade. Outside our home, the temperature is T0. Okay. Here, as we know that in winter season, when we go outside, we feel more colder when compared to inside our home. Inside our home, it will be warmer when compared to the outside in winter season. So, outside temperature will be lower. Inside our home, temperature will be higher in winter season. So, we can write it as T0 less than T1. Again, I am repeating. Here T0 is the outside temperature. T1 is the temperature inside our home. So, T0 less than T1. Now, we know that P equals to rho GH, and also we know that PV equals to MRT. This equation we can write it as M by V equals to P by RT. Here M by V equals to rho. Okay. Here from this equation we can understand that if we decrease the temperature here, the density will be increased. So from this equation we can say that at outside T0 the density will be higher when compared to inside home. Inside home the density will be lower, because from this equation if the temperature is lower, density will be higher. If the temperature is higher, density will be lower. Okay. Now one more thing. Now from this equation P equals to rho GH. Here when density increases, the pressure will increases. Okay. And when density decreases, the pressure will decreases. So the pressure will be higher outside because it has higher density outside, so that here pressure will be higher, and inside our home the pressure will be lower. Okay. Now let me clear all these things. Now we can say finally we understand that inside our home the pressure is lower because the density is lower. P1 is the outside pressure. The pressure is higher outside because density is higher. So P1 is greater than P2. So due to the pressure difference, the outside air will try to enter inside our home and it will move upward because of the pressure difference. Okay, actually this is the draft. The same concept we are going to apply it in the chimney, which is draft. Okay, and one more point. After reaching inside after at certain height, suppose example this is the at this height, here pressure will be higher when compared to outside. Okay, now let me explain chimney, our interest of topic, that is chimney. Here you can see in industries, you might have seen this one. It will be very long structure, very height will be there. This is the chimney. For example, here there is a grate. As we know that at a grate combustion will take place. This after combustion, that exhaust we have to take out. Okay, so the air entering from the outside, because of the pressure difference, it will push the gas through the chimney outside at some height because of the pressure difference. Okay, generally this pressure difference it will be 200 to 3500. This we will discuss a little later. How much we required, how much, what is the height of the chimney we required, those things we will discuss in the coming slide. Okay, now we clearly understand that the draught is sending the flue gases with the pressure difference, that is draught. Now let us find height of the chimney. Here the condition is, say for example this is the chimney, so the height of the chimney is h. Okay, as we know that draught is due to that pressure difference, the flue gases will go out, so that delta P we have to find out. And also here the condition is it is a natural draught without applying any external forces. With the pressure difference, here exhaust gases are flowing out through the chimney, so that is natural draught. Now let us consider, if we take the solid fuel, you know that it will have a carbon. When carbon reacted with the oxygen, it will give carbon dioxide, which means one volume of carbon when react with the one volume of oxygen, it will give one volume of carbon dioxide. Okay, so this we can write it as volume of air equals to volume of flue gases. Volume of air means O2. As we know that air contains a oxygen and nitrogen, but nitrogen does not react with the fuel, does not participate in the combustion. Only oxygen will react with the fuel, so that there will be combustion. So we can write it as this O2, volume of air equals to volume of flue gases. These two will be equal only when it will have a both same temperatures. If the temperatures are same, then only volume of air equals to volume of flue gases. But actually in practice, after combustion, definitely there will be temperature will be higher. So, but here just assume that the temperature is constant, so that volume of air equals to volume of flue gases. Now if you take the hydrogen, it will also have a hydrogen solid fuel. So when hydrogen reacts with the oxygen, it will give H2O, which means 2 volume of hydrogen, it react with the 1 volume of oxygen, it will give 2 volume of 2H2O. Okay, but here in solid fuel, the carbon percentage, it will be around 70 to 80%. It can be up to 80%. But whereas H2, it will be very less. It will be some maybe 3-4%. So it is very less. So it is negligible. So generally we consider only carbon, because most of the heat generated from the carbon only. That we already discussed in the fuels and combustion chapter. Now let us see, to find the height of the chimney, we have to take some reference values. Say some pressure at sea level 101.3 kilopascal. Say some temperature is 273 Kelvin. So these are reference values. As we know that PV equals to M R T. So M by P equals to RT by P by RT. P by RT. Okay. The same I have written here. Here M by V is the density. So it is rho naught equals to P by R T naught. Here T naught is the reference temperature, which is 273 Kelvin. Rho naught is the reference density. Now we can also write for air. Density of air rho A equals to P by R TA. TA is the temperature of the air. Okay. Now here R is the gas constant. This equation we can write it as P by R T naught into T naught by TA. Okay. If the T naught cancel, it will be P by R TA. That is rho A. Okay. Now rho A equals to this, we can write it as P by R T naught means rho naught. So rho naught into T naught by TA. Okay. From this equation we can find the density of the air. Now let us see at a temperature of flue gases. After combustion there will be flue gases. At the temperature of flue gases, density of flue gases rho G equals to rho naught into T naught by Tg. This already derived in the previous slide. That equation same we can write it as rho G equals to rho naught into T naught into Tg. Okay, from this equation we can find the density of the flue gases. Now let us see how to find the volume of air. Volume of air is, we know that volume equals to mass by density. That we can write it as VA equals to M by rho A. Rho A is the density of the air. VA is the volume of the air, equals to M by rho A is, we already derived equation for rho air, density of the air, that is rho naught into T naught by TA. Okay, this we already derived in the previous slide, that I have substituted here. Now the final equation is VA into equals to MTA divided by rho naught T naught. Here M is the mass of air, TA is the temperature of the air, T naught is the reference temperature, rho naught is the reference density. Now we can find the volume of the gas. So from this equation we can write it as, for volume of gas, Vg equals to M Tj divided by rho naught into T naught. Okay. Here G means flue gases, volume of flue gases. Now we derived equation for density of the air, density of the flue gases, volume of the air, volume of the flue gases. Now let us find pressure of air. Pressure we can write it P equals to H rho G. H is the height of the chimney. For example, this is the height of the chimney. This we can write it as P for air, PA equals to H into rho A G. G is the gravity. This we can write it as H equals to rho A. Density of the air, this equation we already derived, that we can write it as rho naught T naught divided by TA into G. Okay. Now pressure of the air, from this equation we can find the pressure of the air. Now we can find the density of the flue gases. Rho F equals to mf divided by Vf. F means here flue gases. Now this equation we can write it as rho F equals to, here mf is m plus 1, because we know that flue gases are coming when fuel reacted with the air, there will be a combustion. After combustion, it will release a flue gases. So this we can write it as, here m is the mass of the air, 1 is the 1 kg of the fuel, which means m kg of air used for burning 1 kg of fuel. So when both reacted, there will be flue gases. So we can write it as m plus 1 divided by Vf. What is Vf? For Vf we already derived equation, that is Vf equals to m Tg divided by rho naught into T naught. This equation we already derived in the previous slide. So this we can write it as, at the denominator, here you can see m Tg, here rho naught T naught will come to the numerator, that is rho naught into T naught. Okay. So from this equation we can find the density of the flue gases. Now let us see pressure difference. Pressure difference is, we know that P equals to rho GH. So we can write it as rho of air GH minus rho of flue gases GH. Okay. With that pressure difference only, the flue gases will go out through the chimney. So that pressure difference we have to find out. Now when we take the GH common, rho A minus rho flue gases, here flue gases means, here this we can write it as rho G and also rho F, both are same. Now rho G, so GH into, for rho A we already derived equation, that is rho naught T naught divided by TA minus, for density of the flue gases also we derived equation, that is this one, m plus 1 divided by m rho naught T naught divided by Tg. Now when we simplify this equation, again if we take the GH rho naught T naught common, we can write it as 1 by TA minus m plus 1 by m into 1 by Tg. Okay. Now here we can see, we know that rho equals to P by rho RT naught. Okay. This we can write it as rho naught T naught equals to P by R. But here we know the reference values P value and R value. P value is the 101.3 kilopascal. R value is the gas constant, 0.287 kilojoule per kg. Okay. So once we substitute these values, the value it would be a 353. So finally we can write it as delta P equals to GH into, G is the gravity, H is the height of the chimney, into 353. 353 came from here, from this P by R, into 1 by Ta. Ta is the temperature of the air minus, we can write it as m plus 1 by m into 1 by Tc. Here m is the mass of the air, Tc is the temperature of the flue gases. Okay. Finally, from this equation, we can find the pressure difference. What should be the pressure difference to send the flue gases through the chimney? So from this equation we can find. We can find the, if you know the pressure difference and the remaining values, we can find height of the chimney. Height of the chimney also we can find from this equation. Now let us solve some simple numerical so that we can understand easily. Let us solve simple numerical. Calculate minimum height of chimney required to produce draught of 200 Pascal is 20 kg of air is required to burn 1 kg of fuel on the grate. The mean temperature of flue gases in the chimney is 350 degrees centigrade. The ambient temperature is 25 degrees centigrade. Here what we have to find? Calculate minimum height of the chimney, which means, for example, if it is the chimney, the height is h. Here we have to find the height of the chimney. Now let us write first given data. Here they have given that draught of 200 Pascal, which means draught means pressure difference. As we know that due to the pressure difference, the flue gases will go out through the chimney. So delta P equals to 200 Pascal, and also they have given 20 kg of air, which means mass of air is 20 kg. Flue gases in the chimney is 350 degrees centigrade. So flue gases temperature Tc equals to 350 degrees centigrade. This we have to convert into Kelvin. 350 plus 273, that is 623 Kelvin. And also they have given in the problem ambient temperature is 25 degrees centigrade, which means temperature of the air. So that is 25 degrees centigrade. Here also we have to convert into Kelvin. 25 plus 273, that is 298 Kelvin. Okay. So this is the given data. Here they have given draught delta P, temperature of the flue gases, temperature of the air, and mass of the air. Okay. From this data we have to calculate the height of the chimney. So we know the equation for delta P is, we just derived, that is GH into 353 1 by Ta minus m plus 1 divided by m into 1 by Tg. In this equation, we know the value of temperature of the air, mass of the air, temperature of the gas, G value is 9.81, delta P also they have given. So the remaining thing is H, height of the chimney. This we have to calculate from this equation. Once you substitute all the values, we can get the height of the chimney, 34.6 meters. Okay. So from this problem we can understand that for 200 Pascal pressure difference, it requires height of the chimney 34.6 meters, which means 34.6 meter means almost it is a we can say 10-store building or 11-store building, that much height for only 200 Pascal. If we go for further, as we know that it will be up to 3000 Pascal. If you go for 3000 Pascal, the height of the chimney will be very high. So it is not advisable. So as we know that here this equation is only for natural circulation. Okay. When it is natural circulation, for draught 200 Pascal, we required a height of the chimney 34.6 meter, which is almost equal to the 10 or 11 store building. So to reduce the height of the chimney, instead of natural circulation, here we put some fan at the bottom of the chimney. So by using forced circulation, we send the flue gases through the chimney. So that is forced circulation or induced circulation, that we will discuss in the coming slide. Now, before discussing about induced draft and forced draft, let us see the difference between stack and chimney. Stack is a shorter form of the chimney, which means the length of the stack is lower than the length of the chimney. Okay. Generally, it is made up of metallic and it is used for light load applications. Coming to chimney, generally chimney it is made up of bricks. By using bricks, chimney is made. And also it is used for high load applications. The shape of the chimney, it may be a circular, square, triangle, sometimes it will be hexagonal also. Chimneys are normally tapering, so it is not straight, it will be like this, some tapering, because when the chimney is tapered, here the velocity of the flue gases increases. So for this reason, generally chimneys keep taper. So these are the difference between stack and chimney. Now let us see different types of draughts. Natural draught. As we know that natural draught, the flue gases go out inside the chimney due to the pressure difference. Here pressure will be outside higher, so here inside pressure will be lower, so P1 will be greater than P2. So due to the pressure difference, the flue gases will go out without giving any energy and any external forces. Naturally the flue gases are going out through the chimney, which is natural draught. Coming to induced draught, as we know that to reduce the height of the chimney, so they introduced induced draught or forced draught. First let us see forced draught. Forced draught means here at the bottom of the chimney they keep a fan. They keep some fan here. So this fan will push the gases out of the chimney. So this is the forced draught. Induced draught. Induced draught means here fan will keep at the top of the chimney. So it will suck the gases from the chimney so that it will take out the flue gases from the chimney. So that is induced draught. Again I am repeating, in forced draught the fan will be at the bottom of the chimney, so it will apply a force so that the gases will come out through the chimney. Whereas in case of induced draught, the fan will be at the top of the chimney so that it sucks the fuel, sucks the flue gases from the chimney and it will take out from the chimney. So this is the difference between natural draught, induced draught and forced draught. Okay. With this I am stopping here. Thank you.